Hey guys, welcome to the channel Whitsundays once again. Come for a drive with me. I'm heading out to Dittmer, just about, it's about 15 minutes on the other side of Prossie. You go through Prossie and out where the tip turns, down that road, weaves around. It's a beautiful little spot. The reason I'm heading out there is to see an old friend, Jeurdy. Her whole family's been living out there for, their whole life really. But what's not been spoken about is the gold mine out there and what's happening and what's actually not been shared with the community. In my opinion, water, the Whitsunday water. Come and have a listen to what Jeurdy's got to say and see if something pings a bit of a warning bell with you that you might want to actually chime into what's happening out there. Till then, come for a ride. Hope you enjoy.
I hear the beat, it's in my chest, got me feeling some kind of way. I confess the rhythm takes over, no room to rest. My heart's dancing, it's a love conquest.
Stunning country out here. There you go. The signs changed recently. They've got 2 golden bars in there, so they're obviously getting pretty keen. Righto, here we are. Just at Jeurdy's joint, so we'll pop up and say good day. Hey! Jeurdy, good to see you. How are you? So, Jeurdy, you've got a gorgeous little place here, haven't you? And what, mum and dad's next door as well?
Next door, and then my sister is up the end with her 2 boys,
yeah.
And my brother and his partner and brand new baby live up the back as well. So we've got 3 generations of Crokers living here.
Yeah, wild. And you like grew up here, like mum and dad built their...
Absolutely, they were some of the first residents to have freehold land, and we are the last remaining family here that witnessed the last gold mine to operate here at Dittmer, which was Buddha Gold Mines in the 80s. So I remember that as a kid.
Yeah.
I remember the noise, and we actually had to go and live on the boat for 3 years because of the noise and because of the processing plant. What we weren't aware of at the time is what the chemicals they were using and how they were leaching into the Kelsey Creek and the
Should
water
we walk
supply.
as we go?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, right.
So we weren't aware. Now, as an adult, revisiting this, and I've been able to do the research, we've already been exposed for years to the cleanup that never happened from the old gold mining company because they didn't clean up the tailing dams and they all ran directly off into Kelsey Creek at the time.
Yeah, right. They're going full on, aren't they? Like, it's just full steam ahead. You've been doing all sorts of like emails and...
It's been a year now. We've been, for a year, we've created or prompted 3 departmental investigations into...
I might actually tell the folks watching why you've been doing this, like the water and everything, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Ballymore's Resources has applied for a mining lease application in Dittmer. Now Dittmer is in 2 Great Barrier Reef catchments. Our water at Dittmer we're in an elevated range, and our water runs backwards into Peterfaust Dam, which is the drinking supply for the entire Whitsundays. It also then runs, the Peterfaust Dam runs out through the Proserpine River back to the Great Barrier Reef, which means that there's 1 catchment for the Great Barrier Reef. Kelsey Creek itself runs through agricultural land, and then it ends up going through sensitive, important wetlands and straight out into the Great Barrier Reef as well. So Dittmer's water catchment area is 2 or 3 critical catchments. And so the gold mine, it's a gold and copper mine, Ballymore's let us know in 2023 in November that they were intending on putting this gold mine here at Dittmer. And for a year now, we've been fighting that. And one of our major concerns here, as far as human rights, is that no hydrology report has been done. That hydrology report would have been triggered if Ballymore's had have done what's known as a take of water. But the Department of Environmental Science investigation, called DESI, didn't...
What's DESI?
DESI is like department. It's the department that does all the environmental codes and conditions for a thing called an environmental authority. So it's,
Okay. Are they coming out here these days? Or are they just palming you off?
No, they palm us off a lot. They did a human rights assessment to say that this mine site here is fine to go ahead, and they did that via a remote desktop, without any community consultation and without a site visit. So they basically just looked through a screen, through satellite images, and determined, yeah, no worries, it's all fine.
Right.
There's no environmental impact assessment.
And you got the Posse Rocks out here, haven't you?
We've got Proserpine rock wallabies. We've got the single most largest, most viable and most at risk colony to extinction because it's fragmented, it's cut off from all the other communities.
Oh yes.
The mining lease itself is completely overlaid right across essential, crucial habitat for the Proserpine rock wallaby. Right. But there's also essential habitat for koala, which is nationally endangered. Greater glider, which is nationally endangered, northern quoll, which is nationally endangered, and then so many other species.
Right.
And the issue with Kelsey Creek is, because Ballymore's is doing deep drilling for their latest drill depths.
Well, the noise is going to be off the Richter too, isn't it, when that kicks in? Like, that's going to be like...
Well, we're in a valley, if you show down the street here. So we're in a valley, and we're surrounded by the Clark Ranges, the Clark and Connors Range, which means that sound's amplified.
Yes.
So it's like an amphitheatre. The mine lease site, which is on a flat plateau area next to the creek bed, basically every sound, even if you hear a work ute over there, it sounds like it's a truck. So when we were here as kids and the mine was operating and there was massive big drums churning the rocks, it was 24 hours too. Yeah. So yeah, we know what's to come as far as noise and disruption to our lives, but I think a lot of people in the Whitsundays don't realise yet how this actually impacts them. You know, they think it's just a Dittmer issue, which it's not, because our our water health is actually the water health of the entire... Hey, come here.
So it is important, guys, to really chime in and jump onto, what do you got, the Facebook page?
Yeah, we've got a website, Save Whitsunday Water, and we have a Facebook page.
Is that a .com or .com.au?
Yeah, I think so.
You don't know. But you've had an incredible, another friend who's been helping with that as well. Yeah. Facebook page again, please?
Just Save Whitsunday Water. That's the Facebook page. So we've also got a change.org campaign. Yep. We've also got a fundraiser. We've been at this for a year straight, non-stop. Yeah. And I think the amount of emails that I've written is just crazy, trying to get the bureaucrats to actually do their jobs. They're really good at gaslighting, misdirecting me, blowing me off, swatting me off like a fly. And the thing is, I'm a social worker. Yes. So I signed up.
An amazing one too.
I signed up to fight for human rights and social justice. So eco-social justice is part of that. Fighting for sentient beings.
This is the fight of your life, fight of your family, fight of the community, fight of everything, isn't it?
This is the mine site right here.
Oh, okay. So
this is the main street
track going in. Yep.
Little street.
Yep.
And in their paperwork, they've talked about side-tipping road trains carrying ore. That's what the words that they've used. Okay. So you imagine side-tipping road trains carrying ore in this tiny little...
I'm already seeing trees with like paint on them, like they're going to go.
Yep. So this is coming down to Kelsey Creek.
Okay. Wow.
So this is DESI, Department of Environmental Science and Investigation. This is their idea of sediment and erosion control. Now you imagine...
the green stuff?
Yeah, the green stuff. So you imagine when the creek floods, we get massive rainfall, massive deluges here. That's not going to stop shit.
Nah.
No, that's the mine site right there.
No, they're dreaming. Okay.
So that's the entrance of the mine site. Yeah. But what I do want to show you is, this is the creek that we're crossing now. Yes. It's dry at the moment because we're waiting for the rains. Yeah. All the aquifers have got water, but... Sure. So there's homes here. You can see someone's sprinkler just over here. Yeah. So what do you reckon distance-wise that'd be? 200 yards?
Yeah.
Yep, 200 yards.
If that.
There's another home right here.
Yeah.
Right there, you can see a rooftop.
Yeah.
So within mining lease 100351, that's Ballymore's mining lease for gold and copper mine, this creek, Kelsey Creek, is set to be included. So just to give you an idea of how close that is to people's homes.
Right there.
Right there.
Okay, and then again, the noise is going to be profound.
Profound. Well, when they're deep drilling for like 300 meters into the ground and then strike lengths of 250 meters, that's like horizontal.
Yeah.
And then the ore processing, if it happens at Dittmer on site as per Ballymore's plans, which are documented within the 3rd and 4th year, that's basically just across here.
Okay.
So at the edge of the creek.
Yep. People are just looking at bush right now.
Yeah,
Jess.
it's just bush, but it's basically there. So it's probably maybe 200 yards.
Okay.
But this creek is set to be included in the new mining lease, because when you look at Ballymore's ore targets underneath the creek, they have ore targets, which makes sense that they would have had to do a hydrogeology report if they're going to be digging in a creek bed or under a creek bed where there's sensitive fractured rock aquifers that feed 79 residents' bores. And as you can see, like quality of life, how could this pass a human rights test?
79 residents here, and they're that close. And
there's no way it could pass a human rights assessment if it was actually done properly. And a proper human rights assessment is called a social impact assessment. And because no environmental impact assessment was done, because no environmental impact statement was done, no social impact assessment was done. What DESI did do was a remote desktop, no site visit, no community consultation. Yep, it ticks all the boxes. This mine site can go ahead. There's no issues with human rights, which we totally disagree with.
Yeah. All right, so check out more information. Jeurdy could go forever, but there's so much content there that you really need to head into and see what's going on, not only for, well, the waterways that are coming all the way through into the Whitsunday streams.
Yeah, Kelsey Creek here. It runs out to the Great Barrier Reef through agricultural land, and Dittmer is an elevated range.
Just over the hill to the Proserpine Dam.
That's right, to the drinking water. So we are in 2 catchments. One runs to the drinking water for the entire Whitsundays, and one runs to the Great Barrier Reef. So this is an entire Whitsundays issue, not just an isolated Dittmer issue, and we need you on board. We need every voice. We need people getting on board, helping out with the campaign, because we've got to stop this before it's approved, or it's set to impact us all in ways that we can't yet fully see.
So please check it out, have a look, and your voice is, if we all come in coherence, then it will be a lot easier.
Yep, unity.
Thank you.
Thank you.